All right, y'all. Main card kicks off with Joaquin Buckley and Abdul Alhassan. Now, they could not pick two more similar fighters in such weird ways, if you will. Talk about their relationship with Alessio Di Chirico. Talk about three to tango, if you will. Alessio gets absolutely, refounded with the Joaquin Buckley knockout after what Joaquin Buckley did to Saiyan, and then all of a sudden, Alhassan, who is in desperate need of a comeback trail, just absolutely starches Alessio. I mean, I've seen a lot of knockouts in my life, but to see that one in modern day UFC, it's like there's a specific angle of that kick too, and it's kind of dead on Alhassan's back, but you can see Alessio almost like look in his peripheral, take a quick look, and then just brace for what is a shot from hell. That was Alhassan's comeback fight. He looked absolutely incredible. But again, what do we know about Abdul Alhassan? Sorry, what do we know about Abdul Alhassan? What do we know about Abdul Alhassan? I think that the main thing for me is you don't get as many combos, maybe a couple 1-2s here and there, but it's the powerful shots. It's the lack of good defensive grappling. It's those areas where he's the kind of guy that makes you extremely excited in a fight, or am I going to have to actually watch this guy struggle to get back to his feet for 3 rounds? I think that's where his career has been kind of stagnated, but then boom, we see him come back with that huge win over Alessio. Now, for Joaquin Buckley, kind of a similar situation with Antonio Arroyo, kind of got a slight gimme fight in my personal opinion. I think that Arroyo is one of those guys where, depending on your fight style, there are ways to beat him very cleanly. He's a guy that loves to kick, and you think about Buckley and just how skilled and athletic he is. I think that was the main difference there. There's martial arts and there's like martial arts athleticism, and Joaquin Buckley is a very, very athletic martial artist. And so for me, that's where I'm very curious to see where this fight goes. Both guys are such elite athletes. So when we see them, use those gifts and what they work for in power striking and putting together combos that include both their legs and their hands, it's something beautiful to watch. And let's be real, both of them pack a serious amount of power, and to see both these guys come back on a winning trail to then face off against each other is really, really important. The one thing I do like about Buckley in this fight is that his combos did seem a lot more effective over the fights that we have seen. I think Alhassan has not only been caught by guys like Chaos, but that one style striking, that counter striking, I'm just curious to see if one of these guys is going to be able to, exploit a mistake a lot quicker than the other. The one thing that does kind of, hurt Buckley here is 3 losses via strikes. You can't ignore that. I think that for me, you think about how good these guys need to be defensively, have good footwork to avoid those punches, roll with strikes, things like that. To see Buckley with, 3 big knockouts, I think the Kevin Holland one was one. The Alessio was a big one. And then I think he had one really early in his career. It's just, those are the things in fights like this where chin alone could be the sealing of the deal, if you will. But outside of that, I'm still going to give Buckley a -150 favorite. I think that he's earned the right to be, not only the favorite in this fight, but also the guy that we still want to kind of see climb the UFC rankings. Whereas Alhassan, we've seen him take on guys who are just on that cusp of ranks. He's pretty much been a ranked fighter for a little bit of time, and I think now we're going to start to see which one of these guys are, back to the winning trails for a more consistent basis. So let's go with Buckley's a -150. I think that's pretty fair on both sides. And wow, my first bing bang boom 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 boom. Joaquin Buckley -150 opener, still a -150. Some places giving it to about -160, but hey, I'm your guy. Abdul Alhassan +130, hasn't really moved. Some places bringing it down to about +120, but that's about it. So close fight overall, but Buckley getting that edge, and we kind of figured out why.